Absolutely. This is a doozy tonight, man. I got questions. I got questions. Before I get started, let me shout out my peoples in the Cash App. They just blessed me. Salute to you. Much love and appreciation. Much, much, much love and appreciation. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. And we are going to have a conversation. Before I go any further, though, let me be very clear. I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a therapist. Everything that I speak on, it comes from life experience and a whole lot of reading and research. And all of my opinions are based off of facts. Okay? And there's no shade here. These are just questions. Sometimes questions can enrage people, but listen, sometimes you got to stir the pot. You understand? Sometimes you have to stir the pot. But when things don't make sense, I'm going to question it. Now, what we're going to talk about here tonight, this has been happening. It's been happening. And this is a fact. So let's have the conversation. Because I've always been confused about it, but I've never gotten a straight answer. But I've spoken to some psychologists. And what I've been told was it was never really good. And it comes down to the type of person that they hire, but the things that they need to check for, there's no way to clinically identify it until it's too late. So the beautiful love is the word. Macados, Mac of the South, woke. Andrew Gray, the Village Brother, Rod Neal. Yeah, she does look like her, right? Mike the Reaper, salute. Frank from the Land, Shawa, salute. Sis Von D, Gaming. Mona D, Grown Folk Talk, salute. Philip D, what up? This joint jumped on me, stupid. Hold on. I'm reading something real quick, y'all, real quick. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Who was I up to? Philip D, my brother, salute. Demon Kennedy, the demons in the building, salute. 88 Sports Talk. Ryan Wright. Queen. I got the sisters in here showing love and support. Salute, y'all. And you know, maybe y'all could help me with this because I don't know everything. I could just go off of life experience, and I've spoken to a lot of professionals, and some of them just tell me things that, you know, I'm even gonna hold you, I don't understand. There's like a lot of clinical terms. I didn't write them down, but let's get to it, man. Uh-oh, sorry, too much chest, y'all. I just threw the damn shirt on. All right, now look, I want to discuss females in the field of corrections. Now, listen. There are some jobs that I'm not comfortable with women having for safety purposes. And one of them is dealing with the criminally insane. I've always heard some things. My older brother's a CO. My uncle's a retired captain, state corrections. I got a whole bunch of friends that are COs. And the things that man, I'm like, huh? That really happens? They're like, yes. Yes. And I'm going to tell you, in the female prison with the female inmates, it's rare that there's a man goofing around with those women. Because I'm going to tell you something. The women that are locked up, they all, those aren't dimes in there. Some are, but most aren't, based off of what I was told. But from what I was told, vice versa, these female COs, it's like they need to be locked up with the rest of the inmates. And come to find out, they have been. TZ Frank, salute. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not safe. And this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. I remember seeing, law enforcement is very tricky for females. Let me just park here for a second. And I'm saying this not that y'all can't do the job, not that, y'all know I'm not chauvinist, but understand this is a safety issue. I saw a video where this white woman did a car stop. And she ran this dude's plates, and this black guy, of course, big old black guy, ran this dude's plates, and he was supposed to even be behind the wheel. In fact, he had a warrant, and he had his child in the back seat. Wasn't even supposed to have the child in the back seat. He had no driver's license, nothing. So she asked him to come out the car, and he starts walking towards her. And before she could say stop, he punched her dead in the face and knocked her unconscious. It was all caught on dashboard cam. He said, "Sorry, ma'am, I can't go to prison." Well, of course, he caught him. And he went to prison. But he ended her career with one punch. Not only did he knock her front teeth out, but when she fell, she hit her head and she was shaking for about a year. There goes that. Now, of course, there's the other thing. If she'd have pulled out her hammer and blasted him, which I forget what state that was in, but throw race out the window for 2 seconds. What if that was your sister, your aunt, your niece, your cousin, your wife doing a job? And she got her teeth knocked down her throat, and now she has seizures because her head hit the pavement. It's not safe. It's not safe. The Jab Jamboree, grown folk talk, salute. That was in Oklahoma. You saw the video? It was crazy. Oh, wait, it happened in Texas? The video was crazy. It's probably on YouTube. I saw the unedited version. It was scary. I said, oh, man. And the only thing I could think of is, what if that was a relative of mine? It's not a safe job. So now you got these women, Geo James, salute. You got these women running around in law enforcement jobs. You can do it, and this is what the feminists fought for. Fine. You want to do it? Fine. Fine. But understand, it's dangerous. They're quicker to pull their hammers before a normal person. A man, when I say a normal person. Well, a man, you have to exhaust your force options. They'll go from verbal command straight to DPI, deadly physical force. And it's like, wait, what about all that shit in between? Empty hand control, batons, mace, what happened to that? You went from stop to shooting him? What the hell? Amen. Amen. And I'm talking about safety. I'm not saying that they're not smart enough to do the job. I'm saying under pressure, men and women act different. Would we agree on that? Under pressure, we act different. We react different. But that's just that, and that's just me being concerned for women. It's not me being chauvinist saying they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying you want to do it, fine, but it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. So the other thing that I've noticed is that there's a lot of these women that are sleeping with the inmates, man. What the hell's that? So I want to review some things. I want to analyze it because I don't have no concrete answer. I just have several situations, several articles that we're going to review. And we're going to talk as a family as what could this possibly be? Queen, be safe. Make sure it's not a zombie outbreak. If it's a zombie outbreak, come back to the chat. Let us know. I'm ready. Heh. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse. I want all that smoke. So now, let's review some things. Codependency. What's the definition of codependency? Does anybody know? Excessive emotional or psychological reliance on a partner, typically one who requires support on account of an illness or addiction. Y'all got that? Y'all get that? What are the signs of a codependent person? Difficulty making decisions in a relationship. That's the first thing they say. That's a sign. Difficulty identifying your feelings. Difficulty communicating in a relationship. Valuing the approval of others more than valuing yourself. Lacking trust in yourself and having poor self-esteem. Let's stop right there, y'all. That's right, Shawa. That's the short version. Very needy. What I just read to you, when I spoke to someone that actually spoke to a woman that got caught sleeping with an inmate and lost her job, I don't know how she didn't get locked up. It wasn't even in the state of New York. But she identified this woman as codependent. And I said, well, put that, Jizzle, what up? Jay, everything, what up? I said, well, put that in terms so I can understand it, you know? I only got some college. You know what I'm saying? Picasso, what up? And she said, well, basically, this woman I spoke to, she was very codependent. And everything I just read to you, she met that criteria. And I said, whoa. I mean, really think about this, y'all. Let me go through it again. Difficulty making decisions in a relationship. If a man's behind bars, he's limited in everything. In the real world, she can't make any decisions, which is why those women, if they have a man at home, they're not in any control of that relationship. When they come to work, they're in control. They told those men what to do, when to wake up, when to go shower, when it's time to go eat, when it's time for recreation, and then back in the cell. They can't do that at home. If they have a man, if they have no man, it's why they have no man, because they lack that self-esteem. That was always up. That was up in there. Yeah, Tay, yes, that's what we discussing. It happens, and I'm gonna go through some articles. Difficulty identifying your feelings. I just said they're confused all over the place. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Jason William, what up? Smash the like button, y'all. Yeah. She has difficulty identifying her feelings. Right? Let's do it. Let's go over this. Again, the third thing that I'm reading here, difficulty communicating in a relationship. They can't communicate. Reset common sense. Salute. They can't communicate in the real world. So what do? They come to work and they can say anything to these dudes. And these dudes, yo, listen. 502 King, salute. Listen. There's a song by Henry Rollins, Black Flag, one of the greatest punk bands ever. It's called Liar, Liar. He said, I'll hide behind a smile and understanding eyes. And I'll tell you things that you already know, just so you can say, I really identify with you so much. When these guys are locked up, they will do and say anything to ease their time in there. And if they even think that you take interest in them, if they even smell that you're gullible, they're going to entertain it. And some of these women are gullible. You can't identify that. You can't identify gullible on a multiple choice exam to get that job. And then with all law enforcement jobs, you have to go through a psychological exam. It could be 200 questions. And they will ask you the same question in 4 different forms, and you better get them all consistent. Sometimes I argue with my brother. Me and my brother argue sometimes. The other day, my brother argued with me, and I didn't like him at that moment. Sometimes I want to stab my brother. They'll ask you that in several different forms, just to see what kind of person you are. They're not going to flat out and say sometimes to a woman, sometimes I want to have intercourse with an inmate. Of course they're going to check no. I don't think taking a pen off my boss's desk is stealing. Without his knowledge, of course it's stealing. Hello? Hello? Carter Face Stealer, salute, good brother. Hello? Come on, man. Let's go back to the definitions. Well, the signs. Valuing the approval of others more than valuing yourself. I'll hide behind a smile and understanding eyes. And I'll tell you things you already know, just so you can say, I really identify with you so much. You ain't got no control in your life outside those walls. You come to work and dump your life on these inmates, and they're like, oh, yeah. Well, if I wasn't behind these bars, I wouldn't treat you like that. This nigga's doing 2 to 6. And you see him every day. And you've developed a relationship with him. And you can't tell Joe Townsend in the building. You can't tell you can't look at someone and tell that they're off. These be everyday women. Lacking trust in yourself and having poor self-esteem. I just described these female inmates just by reading that. All of that. So when that woman said codependency, I said, I've heard the word, but I need it explained to me. She explained it to me. I Googled the definition and the signs, and there it is. Now, narcissism and codependency aren't always opposites. The desire to feel needed is not that different from the desire to feel important. Did you catch that? Some of these women feel needed. These inmates, they need you for things. They're told when to use the you use the bathroom whenever you need to use it. They have a toilet right there in there for you to degrade yourself. A guard could catch you taking a poop. They degrade you. But I need you guys to understand something. All of those guys locked up, they need something. They want a little extra. They want money on their commissary. They need that extra pack of ramen. They need cigarettes, whatever is going on in there. I've never been to prison. But they need above the standard. These women that don't feel needed anywhere else, they come to work and they feel needed. All these men of all shapes and sizes, races, cultures, and creeds, they look to you. Miss, yo, could you do something for me? Yo, I appreciate you, miss. And they come to work feeling needed. That's something they don't feel in their real life. The desire to feel needed is not that different from the desire to feel important. They also feel important when they come to work. When they go to work, if they have a man at home, when they go home, that's like, oh God, I got to come home and, I cook, I clean. If you're a good woman at home, I rub his feet, he rubs my feet. I go out with him, and it's just not exciting anymore. The thrill is gone. And when she goes to work, she feels like Aisha Curry. Well, Drew, what do you mean? Aisha Curry is married to the king of all light-skinned niggas, Steph Curry. And that's not enough. She's still twerking and getting low on social media because she needs the approval of strange men. Make it make sense, family. While many studies find lower rates of narcissism among people with codependency, some actually have found higher rates of narcissism among those with codependent traits. You got women that are in control of shit in there. So now they're popping their collar where they had no self-esteem in the real world. When they're in those walls, they're in control of everything. And they got all these men, their eyes are on them. Xavier, what up? Their eyes are on them. So now they're like, I like coming to work. Let me pop my collar. You see dude in cell block, inmate number 424242, he in my face. All 6'3", 300 pounds of muscle of him. He in my face. He need me. I remember I was listening to 78 tell the story when he was locked up, how one of those guards would go up to the cells and start twerking for them. Yeah. Y'all may have heard it. Man, I should have had him on, man. Oh, he probably sleep. Jeff Sparks, salute. I should have had him on the show, man. He'd have been perfect. I didn't even think. He told that story like last year, maybe the year before that. I was like, yeah, man. Isn't this dating down? Isn't this dating down? Let me text you, General. Let me see if he's up. Isn't that dating down? Code 67, salute. That's dating down, right? What is that guy bringing to the table? Seriously. Seriously. What is an inmate that got X amount of years in prison? What is he bringing you? I'm curious. Yeah, he's up. Oh, let me see something. I'm talking about female COs. Inmates on my live. We'll see if he's available to jump on. Yeah, man. What do they do? What if Shorty says, all right, he's getting out in about a year. All right, so he gets out in about a year. What is he bringing to the table? On Jesus, what is he bringing to the table? I gotta hear this. All right, he's coming on in 15. Had a general slide through. He's coming through in 15. He coming through in 15. Let me send him this link. Wait, first, hold on. Oh shoot, Queen, she all right? Your coworker had a heart attack? Goodness. She okay? My gosh. Word up, prayers up. Jeez Louise, man. Well, anyway, let me share with y'all this where's that? Well, I gotta pull it up here. That's what I gotta do. My bad, y'all. So we got codependency. So it's a bit narcissistic, isn't it? You know, we accuse police officers of being like that all the time. You know, oh my God, you got that gun and that shield. You think you rule the world. The character that Denzel played in Training Day, was he not a narcissist? Was he not a narcissist? King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Where's that? Here it is. Y'all ready for this, man? Where's that? Oh, wait, I already got it. All right, peep this, y'all. First thing I did. I'm not making this up.
Oh, okay. He was an inmate. Well, you see the connection there, though.
Okay, hey, hold on. Were y'all like already intimate in the building, or y'all waited?
We intimate.
No, we were never intimate. While she was, no, we weren't. No, we weren't.
You got in trouble.
You just said it right. What you do? What's the first thing you did out of prison?
Called her.
Were you waiting on him?
Hey.
Well, how you knew her when you got locked up?
How did we meet?
I was a correctional.
She was a guard. I was working.
Oh, you were the officer?
Oh, okay.
He was an inmate.
Well, you see the connection there, though.
Okay, hey. Hold on. Were y'all like already intimate in the building, or y'all waited?
We intimate.
No, we were never intimate. While she was, no, we weren't. No, we weren't.
You got in trouble.
You just said it right. What you do? What's the first thing you did out of prison?
Can I ask the ladies something? Real talk. We got a few ladies in here. Look, was that brother that handsome? I mean, real talk. Is that kind of brother that y'all look at and say, you know what? He can get it. I mean, real talk. I got to ask that. Everybody got different tastes. Don't be shy. Just say it. Y'all ever seen a New York corrections officer? A lot of the women look just like that. I don't know where she's from. But she was in prison and met that dude. And when he got out, the first thing he did was call her. Met him in the prison. And she said, yo, they were sleeping together in prison. Queen said, I thought he was cute. Okay. I mean, because you can't look at him and say, y'all, he look like he got a prison record. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? But is he good looking enough for you to put your job on the line and your reputation on the line? She just ruined herself right there. He didn't do that. She said that. You dig what I'm saying? So let me ask y'all this. Does the birth rate by Pookies make sense now? Whoa!
Oh, the P.E.P. It's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
What?
Does it make sense now? That was not an ugly woman. She wasn't an ugly woman. I'm willing to bet there were a couple of guys around in her area, her friend zone. Brandon L. Jet, salute. There was the foodie call in her phone. The can you drive me to work or drive me home call guy. The yo, I'm short. Can I get my phone bill paid for? That guy. Probably not ugly guys. Probably had good jobs. Some of them probably worked with her that were willing to court her. Brushed all them to the side for whatever her reasons are. And she got with a fucking inmate. Bro, I'm not making this. Godfather?
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Look. Yo, listen, growing up, when I was like younger, I ain't played in the street. I may have looked the part, but I ain't playing the street. And I never understood. I'm the nice guy. Why are they gravitating towards these motherfuckers that are always running from the goddamn police? That shit ain't cool. And when I got a little older, I realized, hey man, it's not me. I am who I'm supposed to be. I'm not gonna alter my behavior so I can get more looks from them chicks, because you know what it was? And I need you guys to pay attention. You know what it was? Those chicks. Yeah, you're right. The big girls got options in there. Those chicks weren't the kind of women that I needed to be trying to court anyway. Make sense? Does it make sense, fellas? Maybe the chick you want that attention from is not the chick for you. Make sense? Did it make sense? Maybe that chick with the naturally round bubble butt and 36 C-cup boobs and flat stomach, because, you know, that's her youth talking right now. She's approaching the wall. She ain't there yet. Maybe that's not the chick you're supposed to be chasing in the first goddamn place. Men. Understand? You understand me? Does it make sense? Men, accountability, y'all. I had an epiphany. I said, yo, wait a minute. Every time I turn around, she crying about some nigga, and everyone around her, including me, told her, yeah, I don't think that's a guy for you. You're just jealous. I am. Out of Young, salute. Yeah, I am. I'm very jealous because I want to get with you. But every time I turn around, every 4 months, it's some other dude. And you know, these dudes running from cops, hopping a turnstile, fighting and shit. There's not one time I saw this nigga without a mark on his face, but you thought that was so sexy? General in the building, salute.
What's up with the Drew?
Chilling, man. I'm sitting here trying to make sense of this whole day. Females in the field of corrections, and I pulled up at least a dozen articles, and they're smashing these inmates, man. And I remember you telling a story about the big booty CEO that was running around twerking in front of those dudes.
Right.
Yeah, share that story for those who didn't hear it.
Oh yeah, I got a few of them, a few stories. Salute to the chat, y'all. I got a few female CO stories, but the story you talking about, it was I think I had been locked up for about maybe 6 months, 5 or 6 months at the time. So, you know, by that time, motherfucker was horny. Any girl that come through there look good, you know what I'm saying? You exaggerate her looks and shit, you know. And you know, it was this female CO, and she worked third shift. By that time, we already locked up in our cells. But she would walk around and do like a, you know, like a little head count, make sure everybody's safe in their cell and whatever. And then she would leave and go out in the hallways or whatever. So when she do her rounds, we started looking forward to it because she wore them tight ass pants. She got fat ass. So, you know, motherfucker flirting with her, talking shit to her and shit like that. She loved the attention and shit. You know, dudes, just, you know, everybody's sweating her and shit. So she started doing these little twerk dances for us and shit. But for certain people though, not for everybody. She would come over in front of your door. You know, if she liked you or whatever, for whatever reason, she'd come in front of your door and then she'll bend over, act like she picking up something, tying up her shoe. She do a little twerk or something like that for like 5-10 seconds, just good enough for you to keep it in your memory and jerk off to it and shit. So one of these hoe ass dudes, he just came off the streets, right? Mm-hmm. So he had only been in there for like a week maybe. So he don't feel our pain. So this dude gonna say, man, y'all sweating that ugly ass chick, man. Man, it must be her booty because it ain't her beauty, right? Yeah, so man, she got mad, so she stopped doing it. Bro, we whooped his ass the next day. we whooped on his ass. Weird ass nigga. Hating. But there was another chick, it was a chick named Sydney, white girl. I say her name because I don't give a fuck her. But she was married and shit, and she was a CO. And you know, she was like super duper gullible, bro. Like, she just shouldn't have had that job. She shouldn't have had that job, man, because she couldn't deal with attention from men. Like, you working around all these dudes, and she hate to say no. You could tell she's one of those girls that like don't want to disappoint her boyfriend type shit. Mm-hmm. So like, you can finesse her. Like, I told her like, I said, yo, I'm gonna get my shoes. I'm gonna get my shoes from intake and shit. I'm gonna get my shoes from my storage. So she like, well, you can't get your shoes. You gotta, you know. I said, well, my fucking feet hurt. And she was like, well, here, take this note. I'm gonna send you to the nurse and just tell the nurse that you got like heel spurs and shit, you know, woo, and see if the nurse will give you your shoe. So I went down there. She sent me. The nurse was another white chick. You know what I'm saying? And they all like black dudes up in there. They all some straight perverted white chicks. They love black dudes. I'm telling you. So I get up in there, tell her, you know, my feet hurt, blah, 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 in these shoes. So she gave me a slip to get my fucking Jordans and shit, right? So after that happened, I knew, I said, okay, she's sweet. You know what I'm saying? She's sweet. So what I did was we started messing with her a little bit. This dude named Mike, he was a Latin king. Now, Mike got at her. He got at her. Like, he had no mercy. He really got at her. And she used to go up in his cell and shit, like, he would stand by the door, right? Because she couldn't literally go in his cell because the cameras, if she was off camera, then the guards that was watching, who's supposed to be watching from the hallway, if she disappeared off camera, then they're going to, you know, act the fool. So,
yeah.
Right. So she wasn't supposed to go in those cells. But what she would do is they would find blind spots. So, like, Mike would be in his cell door, and he would stand, like, in the door, pull his dick out, and then she would stand in the doorway and jack him off. Everybody knew what was going on, so every nigga is like, yo, my turn, you know. But she just picked and choose the people she wanted to fuck with. Sometimes she'd be horny, and she want to tease us and shit. Like, she'll come in the room, you know, she'll come through and unbutton her blouse and shake her titties and shit, you know, or she'll ask to see your dick. She's like, why don't you jerk off for me? Or she'll walk past while you pissing. If you in your room pissing and she walked, she doing her rounds, she looked at the door, and then she'll stop and just watch you piss and shit. You know what I'm saying? She one of them type bitches. But she ended up getting caught up because I got out. But what ended up happening is she got caught fucking Mike and shit. You know, she got caught fucking dude. She got fired and shit. And, you know, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that shit made the news and everything.
damn. Well, we had a situation out here make the news about like 5 years ago. Well, two situations. One woman, she got caught. I believe it was Rikers Island. She got caught doing something real funky on Rikers, and Alp Jones, salute. And she got completely thrown under the bus, and she in jail now, I think. The other one was state corrections, because one is city, one is state. The state CO got caught smuggling drugs in for she was gay, and she got caught smuggling in for a chick she was dealing with
Right.
inside the big house. And I knew that chick. Niggas hit me up on it on the text. Was like, yo, look. I said, okay. Another female said, yo, look at the name. I said, wait a minute. I know her, like have her phone number and everything. And I don't know what happened with that. I know I ain't hear from the phone number disconnected. I tried to like wait a couple of months and then call her to see if she was all right. This number is disconnected. I said, ooh. Now I never followed up on that, but that shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The good brother Demon Kennedy says women don't like lame square ass dudes. And of course, our good sister Queen, she says that's true. Well, I just have a question, man. I doubt there's lames in prison, but god damn. Is that where it is now? Is that why they getting all the... Yo, listen, I gotta play this again. Maybe you ain't see it. God damn, this was crazy. All right, P.
You heard
How did we meet?
I was the correction
She was the guard.
the officer?
Oh,
He was an
what
inmate.
is the connection there?
Hey, hold on. Were y'all like already in the building or y'all waited?
We intimate.
No, we weren't. No, we were never intimate
We were.
while she was. No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
You got in trouble.
You just said it before. What you do? What's the first thing you did out of prison?
Called her.
You see that?
You waited on him?
You see that shit?
How did you knew her when you got locked
That's
up?
How
crazy.
did we meet?
That's just crazy. That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
That shit happen all the time.
Now, I asked the sisters, was that like a drop dead gorgeous dude that you would literally stop your entire career to fuck with? I ain't getting to that. But, you know, the sister said, you know, you're handsome, brother, whatever. You can't look at someone and tell. Well, some you can, but most you can't. And that wasn't an ugly chick either. But he just did it for her. And I'm trying to understand. Well, the question I asked right before you pulled up is, does the Pookie birth rate make sense now? That fool that ran around, he's talking about he has 7 baby mamas and he ain't taking care of none of those kids. All right, he's already a douchebag, but the bigger question was, who are those 7 women? And why do women make these bad decisions? To me, now you could have a match made in heaven. You can have a woman leave her CO job and ride off into the sunset with an inmate and they can have true love. Okay. But listen, man, the articles I pulled up, these women aren't marrying these dudes. They fucking them and they're getting caught. They're smuggling drugs and all kinds of shit. This is a real thing going on here. This is crazy.
But I'm gonna tell you why. The simple answer to that question that no man wants to accept is women get horny just like dudes.
Yep.
Women get horny. They have fantasies. Like you put a woman in a situation where it's 90% motherfucking men and she got power and all these men are flirting with her and they lusting over her, anybody's gonna be their ego gonna get stroked by that. Just like if you put a man in a setting where it's a predominantly women and the women are going Google Gaga over you all the time. Hey, handsome, how you doing? And oh, look at your print and this and that. No matter how strong-willed you are, your ego will get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? Your ego will get the best of you. The attention feels good, and motherfucker get horny. Women fuck just like dudes. Women just tend not to get caught as much as dudes do, but they do. Women, they cheat, they fuck, they do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And but most men don't want to accept that truth. They think in their mind that, all right, men, we function this way. We get horny. You know what I'm saying? We got to control ourselves. But a woman, she's supposed to conduct herself like this, and she's not supposed to think this, and she ain't supposed to think that. That's all bullshit, to tell you the truth. Because I'm telling you right now, I've been around plenty of women that is in good situations, and with too much conversation, if they give me too much conversation, and the conversation is inappropriate, bullshit can happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why if a conversation with a man is going left and a woman doesn't want that conversation to go left, it's her job to say, hey, let's get back on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment, if she don't, and you allow that conversation to keep going, flirting and all that kind of shit, boom, some fuck shit can happen. It can happen.
I got on here many times and I say, yo, look, women outnumber men 8-1. I'm sure y'all have heard Kevin Samuels say, men have access to relationships, women, y'all control access to sex. And with the control that y'all have in this situation, this is what these women, I'm not saying all women, but this is what these women are choosing to do. And the results are devastating. Black women are the most sexually desired, but as far as a long-term relationship is concerned, not so much. You carry that over to the job of corrections. I mean, the things that I've read are staggering. Check this out. What is this? This is an old article. A lady named Ciara Jones, a guard at the St. Louis City Jail, was charged with 3 counts of sexual contact with an inmate, each punishable by up to 4 years in prison. What does it say? I love when I see a new, young, and naive female working in prison, says a convict will call Mac. This dude said, these dudes, man, they're in prison for a reason. Out of all, you're a free person. Dave, what up? You're a free person. You can pick and choose what you're a career woman. You can pick and choose whoever you want to choose. Why on earth are you choosing this dude who got whatever amount of time behind bars? He's there for a reason. Every nigga that went to prison ain't Nelson Mandela. But he's there for a reason. Why are you choosing that? Now, I know that you're locked up with the dude and you might see him 16 hours out of your day if you get stuck with a double or whatever, but never forget who the fuck he is. And I'm not talking about getting married and living happily ever after. I'm talking about, like what 78 said, these chicks twerking in front of the jail cells. It's a form of power. It's narcissism. I just did codependent. These women are codependent. They have no control over their real life, but they have control when they come into a goddamn prison. They have all the control in the world. They're calling the shots. They telling this guy when to go eat, when to go to rec, everything. And some of these chicks are very gullible. Matter of fact, codependent, that's lacking trust in yourself or having poor self-esteem. That's gullible. Valuing the approval of others more than valuing yourself. That's gullible. Difficulty communicating in a relationship. They have no control on, outside the walls, but inside these walls, they are gods. Just like the cop that got bullied his whole life, but now he's a cop and he walks around with a Glock 19. Now he's God.
Right.
You still get your ass whipped, little nigga. Don't get it fucked up. But this is what we dealing with here. Growth, salute. This is what we dealing with here. I just hit the Google. I pulled up, there's so many stories. And these women are not ugly. Female CEO jailed for sex with the inmate. In the view of 18 people viewed it. Like she got banged in front of the inmates. 2 female prison workers, both 25, had inappropriate contact. I can't believe this. And it's happened in the UK too. One chick got pregnant by an inmate. She kept the baby.
Man, it's a chick over here who not in Wisconsin, but in America, she broke a dude, she helped a dude escape from motherfucking jail and then ran off with his ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Look, man, motherfuckers get horny, bro. Motherfuckers get horny, they fall in love. This is why I'm a firm believer in, like, you know, I don't believe in men and women being friends when you're in a relationship to that level, because I don't think it's possible. Somebody want to fuck somebody, or somebody will fuck somebody. The thing is this: when you spend time, just like it's easy for a woman to cheat at work. If she work with men, she's there. She's spending a big portion of her day with the same people every fucking day. Relationships get built. You know what I'm saying? Relationships get built. Inside jokes and laughter. Before you know it, you start thinking and fantasizing and motherfucker flirting with you. You letting it happen. You know what I'm saying? You liking the attention. You know? Before you know it, so it's the same thing with the female correctional officers. They go into work and they see a guy in there who they think is attractive. They trying to hide it. But then the guy, he started talking to him, flirting with him a little bit, complimenting on him, you know, complimenting them and shit like that, making them feel good. You know, they conflicted. They're like, okay, I know I shouldn't do this. This is risky. This is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you shouldn't fuck outside on the picnic table at a park either. But you can get a woman to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't fuck in the airplane bathroom, but you can get a woman to do that. A lot of shit is risky, but that's the part of the excitement for a woman. They like spontaneous, exciting shit. You know what I'm saying? You remember True Lies?
Yes.
They like excitement, man. The thrill.
There was that was funny, man. True Lies. That's what that movie was really about. She didn't know that her husband, Mrs. Shelton, woke, salute. She didn't know that her husband was like a real spy. She didn't know.
Right.
But all she knew was that she was a housewife. And when she met the fake spy, she jumped on it because she thought it was a way for her to escape. Now, she didn't want to commit adultery, but this dude was trying to get the pussy. He was trying to get it, not knowing that Arnold and his character was like a real spy. The funniest part was that when she was at the dinner table lying to him, he like zoned out staring at her. Like, yo, she lying. I asked her what she did today. She's lying. But
right.
I guess the message to men in that movie is when you got a good woman at home, you can't get too comfortable.
That's right.
You cannot get comfortable. You always got to switch things up. You got to surprise her. You got to do things.
Don't let her get bored.
Don't do word up, because when they get bored, they're subject to do anything.
That's right. Another dude will swoop in so quick. As soon as that woman get bored, you in trouble. So you gotta always pay attention. And men lack in that department a lot. We get caught up in all the shit we doing, you know, and you just assume everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you come home, the food cooked or the house is clean, and you assume she okay. But you know, I advise men to do some spontaneous shit. You know what I mean? Just fly her out the motherfucker, just random, no planning, just fucking fly her out to another location, and you know what I'm saying? Make her feel like a teenage girl again. Fuck her at the goddamn State Fair in the bathroom, some fucking where or something. You gotta keep that shit exciting.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta dig in the crates, man. You gotta dig in the crates. You gotta do something that you used to do. Pull it out the bag and try and do something that she wouldn't think of you doing. You know, keep her on her toes, keep her guessing, keep her looking over the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When we got the babysitter, my wife ain't safe.
Right.
I'm that nigga. I hide in the closet.
Right.
I hide in the closet, and you know, like, where you at? I jump out. Get your ass over there. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it. There's no time to be meek with it, man. You gotta keep her guessing.
And you can't be no punk about it either. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men be scared. They so busy being nice guys. They think they disrespecting the girl by getting freaky with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, they cornballs. So like I do some shit like if I'm horny and I feel if I'm on that type of time, I'll go up to my wife's job and then tell her I'm outside and she be like, okay, I'll go and break in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And hey, pull my dick out. What you gonna do with this dick? What you gonna do with this dick? You know what I'm saying? Women like that kind of shit, bro. You can't just because you get older, just act like everything boring now. You can't do shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do shit like that.
Yeah.
You hop in that back seat. I eat that pussy right in the back seat. Wear that ass out.
Fellas, get an SUV.
Right back
Get an SUV and utilize that back seat. Trust me. Listen, there was a stain on my back seat. I literally had to get it detailed out. Literally. I said, yo, that shit ain't coming out. You know what I'm saying? I done scrubbed it down, let it sit and it dry. First time, put some motherfuckers in they was like, yo, what's this stain in here? And I'm like, fuck, man. I ain't want to explain. I said, I spilled something though. You know, whatever. Man. I had to get it detailed out. It's crazy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, fellas, that's just a sidebar. Keep it spontaneous with your ladies, man. Keep it, because you know what? If they're COs, I'm telling you, they, you know, based off of what I'm reading, some of them get deterred real quick, even if they're not doing anything. Don't think it's not going through their mind.
Facts.
You know, they might not act on it, but it's in their mind. What you want to do is get them coming home. Hell, when she come home, you might want to buy a fake jumpsuit and wear that fucker. And be like, yo, babe, you want to tell me what to do? Tell me what to eat? Want to tell me where to go? What do you want me to do? Bring that fantasy home, do something. Now, I'm not saying that this is your fault if your lady's a CO and she does something. Because the other side to that is she's probably just a fucking whore.
True.
I'm just saying you need to rest your head on your pillow at night saying, I did everything that I needed to do, and she just went ahead and did what she wanted to do. You understand? Right. And these articles that I pulled up, there's a lot over the last decade. There's a lot, but I was just wondering, you know, are these men really that gifted with the gab, or are these women just naive? Or is it both? I don't know. Paul Carrick, salute. Which one you think it is? I'm torn.
It could be both. You know what I'm saying? I think this, you know, it's a lot of the advantage that like a lot of niggas in jail is, you know, street dudes or whatever. So not all of them, but a lot of them are. So the advantage that they have over other dudes is that they spend a lot of time outside interacting with people in the real world. So a lot of real life conversations. You know, they know how to talk to women. If you can make a woman laugh in the first 5 seconds of meeting her, you in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of other guys who might not be as experienced, they get uncomfortable, and a woman can smell that on you, just like a dog can smell if you motherfucking scared of it and shit. Man, it's just motherfucking pussy. A woman can smell that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you, all right, this motherfucker scary. You know what I mean? He acting weird. So, you know, that's the advantage that a lot of outgoing, you know, I hate to use the term alpha male type dudes have, is that they're outgoing, they're people persons, they can talk. And a lot of other guys want to play the background and be cool, and no, I'm just going to let the woman come to me. I'm just going to chill. Sometimes that works, and then sometimes it don't. But you can't get mad at another motherfucker because they're getting pussy. You know what I mean? Hating on these other niggas getting pussy and shit, that's ridiculous.
Now that's true, man. You know, I can't. I mean, I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm sure like these women, some of them have been interviewed. Like before you came on, I was talking to, I was telling the audience that I spoke to a psychologist, and she actually spoke to a female CEO that got caught up with that nonsense, and everything that we said was the term she used was codependence, and I was like, I know the word, but break it down how it applies to that woman. And she said basically what Shawa in the chat said: very needy, low self-esteem, and she can generate compliance in this prison on her job, and these men aren't judging her, but she doesn't realize that they're not judging her because they have no choice but not to judge her. They're at her mercy, and it makes her feel good, and she mistook that for love. She was in like a love triangle with two guys from like two rival gangs in there. It was like insane, the story she told me.
Mm-hmm.
And she got caught up. They ended up dropping her name, and she actually got arrested. I mean, it was ugly. It was ugly, man. That was crazy. But she was like very codependent. They were telling her everything that she needed to hear to get through her 12, 14-hour shift. And she was spending more time at work. It's like when you're a CEO, and you're like, my brother, he's a CEO, but he a single dude. He ain't got no kids or nothing like that, right? So when, you know, you do your 8 hours and the captain comes and say, yo, guess what? You ain't got no relief. You got to stay another 8 hours. You know, sometimes you want to go home, but it's like, hey, y'all want to give me $5,000 this check? Cool, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you be wanting to go home. This woman was getting stuck, and when everyone was be like, oh my God, I'm trying to go home, she's like, hey, I'll stay. I'll work your shift for you. Like, yo, you've been at work for 17 hours. You have to go home. No, I'm good. And it's like, yo, why is she so happy to be here? Because she was in a relationship with two different dudes, and it kept her going. I mean, this is like sick. The chicks in the UK, you know, and it's not only black women, it's white women, it's Latinas, it's crazy. There was chicks smuggling drugs, you know, maneuvering paperwork. I mean, it's crazy up in there.
Right.
But I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, are they gonna make any changes? Because you can't take what they call the psych test and pinpoint that this person is codependent or has low self-esteem or is a narcissist. There's no test you can take to take that job that'll tell you what the kind of person it is. It's like trial and error. It's a lot, man.
Yeah, they're never gonna be able to stop COs and inmates from fucking never. You can raise the penalty. I mean, shit, it's not gonna happen. People gonna, you know, the laws of attraction been here longer than some correctional officer rules and shit like that. It's all, I mean, think about this. How many times have you fucked a chick at your job? I mean, it happens, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can do shit. And then you got to think, like, when you look back at it, you're like, man, that was some stupid shit. I could have fucking got fired. Could have lost my fucking job and shit, all for some pussy. You know, she could have lost her job, all for some dick, you know what I'm saying? But people do dumb shit, you know? And you got to remember, too, like, same thing with teachers. You know, these female teachers, you're seeing more and more of them fucking these students. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking about that yesterday. That was crazy.
Yeah, you see more and more of them fucking these students and shit, bro. Like, tell you, man, like, it's a conversation that people don't want to have, but truth of the matter is, like, women is just as perverted as men, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're just as perverted, but they just, you know, it just don't get talked about because women have been put on a pedestal of purity and gentleness, like a flower and the rose petals, and you know what I'm saying? But bro, when ain't nobody looking, that motherfucker get nasty, real nasty. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when they say these dudes is nasty, right? When they say the dudes are nasty and they're perverts, I mean, they're doing it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it to women. And usually it's more than one. So it's like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all guys gotta, you know, look what Grove said. He said women are worse. Now listen, based off of what I seen, I'm gonna have to agree with the brother. Here's why I agree with the brother. I used to bounce at clubs. And there were times where they did I bounced at strip clubs, right?
Right.
Listen, the rules were so strict, right? Some places you couldn't even touch them. You could give them $1, they'd have to move the thong to the side, and you can give the $1 there, right? But it wasn't what you thought. You know what I'm saying? It's rare that there was a girl working, and if she was working, you took her number and you'd have to see her after the club shut down, and y'all get with each other on your own thing. It was never no place. There were places like that where they were doing your favors for flavors in the back room. I never worked at those spots. All right, but I'm talking about the professional joints where you had to wear a suit at the door. Okay, nothing crazy was happening in there. But let me tell you something. Male review night was a fucking nightmare. There was a bunch of, oh my God, it was like the who's who of hood chicks lined up down the block, around the corner. Every last one of those chicks wore a dress size 5 sizes. They ain't supposed to have it on. All right. These dudes be on stage doing their thing, right? And by the time they hit the floor just to interact with the audience, the woman would damn near jump up on them. You know, dudes was getting free head on the floor, and chicks I've seen chicks like bumping each other out the way and trying to yank their spandex down to, assist them in giving them back shots. And I'm at the door like, whoa, I'm surprised the whole fucking building didn't burn down. And ask me how many wedding bands I saw walk through that door.
Shit, 50% of them?
Yeah, yes. It was like every other chick had a diamond, or I'm like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And these are women of all ages, young ones, old ones. Dudes getting head. They doing a show on stage, and they bring the chick on stage, and I'm at the door looking over my shoulder like, all these chicks got men or husbands at home. And that chick right there that just inhaled 12 inches, she gonna go home and kiss some nigga? No. Male review nights was far worse. The women was acting far worse than I've ever seen dudes act at any strip club. And I've seen some rowdy underground shits out here in New York, Harlem. There was several spots that were underground. Nothing compared to what I saw to a male review night. It was crazy. I worked 2 of them, and I said, yo, I can't work these no more. Because then I'm at the door, and it's spill out into the street. Yo, what's your name? Get away from me. Drunk in the street. It was crazy. So I would say women are worse. It's crazy.
Yeah, when it comes to that shit, once women get comfortable and they get into a place where they feel like they're not gonna be judged, it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, as long as it's an atmosphere where they feel like they're gonna get judged or somebody gonna say something crazy to them, you ain't never gonna know. And a lot of men are comfortable in that area. A lot of men are comfortable not knowing or keeping the woman in a position to where they never have to see that other side of her. I personally want to see the other side, so I know what I'm getting into.
Right.
You know I want to know what I'm getting into. So, but a lot of men, they scared of that shit. They don't want to see it. So, they run from that shit. But yeah, fucking man, every male stripper, they get their dick sucked, bro. All the time, get their dick sucked. Get jerked off. Female strippers very rarely get their pussy ate in the strip club.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. It's a true story.
And women will sit there and tell you, oh, that's nasty. Oh, she's a hoe. And I would never. Oh, you suck some random dude dick. I would never do no shit like that. Ooh, couple of shots of Ciroc, some niggas swinging dick in their face, and then they friends eating them on, they gobbling and swallowing.
Yep.
And it's it's a girls trip, girls night out. What happens between us stays between us. That's girl secrets and shit, girl code. That's what happens. So, they do that shit all the time.
That's a true story, man. I mean, bro, listen. Yo, me and the wife hit a spot and it was calm. It was calm. We got a lap dance and everything else. It was calm. It was calm. There was another place I started to take her to, but something told me. First of all, it wasn't an actual spot. It was an isolated party, and I knew someone that was throwing it. So I called them, and I said, you know, how long y'all gonna be in town? He said, oh, we're gonna be in town for like 3 days, because then we're gonna head down to Atlanta. I said, okay. I said, yo, listen, I'm thinking about, you know, me and the wife gonna slide through. He said, huh? I said, yeah, me and the wife, you know, we want to slide. He said, don't bring your wife. I said, oh, it's one of those. He said, yeah, you don't want to bring your wife. He said, if y'all into that sort of thing, you bring your wife. He said, don't bring your wife. I said, okay. See, the shit that we went to was organized.
Mm-hmm.
This shit was a fly-by-night. It was like a traveling circus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, don't bring your wife. You could, niggas, y'all can bring a side bitch there, because you know what comes with that. But he's like, you don't bring your wife. Don't bring your wife. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, well, that's fair enough. But I mentioned that to say this. When I worked at those clubs, male review night, there was a lot of women that got discounted at the door because they had shields on them. Some of them were NYPD, some of them was you know, Department of Corrections, DOC. So if it was $30 at the door, they flashed that shield. They, yo, give me $5, you get in, whatever. And they were in there upside down, getting their box 8, 69 while standing up on stage. It's crazy. It was crazy stuff, man. It was crazy stuff.
It was a place out here, strip club. I told this story before. It was a female police officer. She was out there doing security. She's an off-duty cop doing security and shit for the strip club. Her and some other off-duty cops, two cool cats and shit. But you know, we go outside in front of the strip club, smoke a blunt or something. You know, they weren't tripping and no shit like that. But so this little white chick who's an off-duty cop, she's watching thousands of dollars get spent in this club. She's watching all these dudes spend all this money in there. And it's natural. It's competitive nature. She'll never admit it, but she's looking at the shit like, damn, these motherfuckers, I'm out here working for such and such an hour, you know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers is spending all this fucking money. And I look better than some of these bitches. That's what she's thinking. I know that's what she's thinking because I'm flirting with her. I'm flirting with her, a little light flirting. Next time I come outside, finish my blunt, she got her hair down now. It's not in a ponytail up in a little bun. She got it hanging down now. And she got her fucking shirt unbuttoned a little bit. So I know what it is already. So I shoot my shot. I start fucking with her and I start tipping her. She let me tip her, touch on her and everything. The other cop, he left. You know what I'm saying? He was mad at the motherfucker. He left. He's like, I ain't want nothing to do with this shit. So yeah, he just walked off and shit. But it was going down. I mean, it is what it is, bro. You put motherfuckers in that type of situation, they're gonna do it. It don't matter. Their job don't matter. Job just a job. A title, you know. You don't think Kamala Harris is a fucking whore? Kamala Harris is a fucking.
I heard stories, man.
Yeah,
I heard
she's a fucking whore. If I don't know nothing, I know hoes. Kamala Harris is a fucking hoe, bro. Bro, I can see her fucking body language, the way she talked to people. Kamala Harris done sold pussy hella times before. Hella times, bro. I know.
What kind of person you think she was in college?
Party girl.
Yeah.
Smart. She was smart, but she was a party girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She give all those party vibes. She does, man. But let me stay on topic, man. I can do this shit all night, man. Do women do this? The COs, the female COs, they banging the inmates. Are they doing that for control, or do they want to be controlled?
It's different. Some of them have control issues. They like having power over a motherfucker, and then some of them are just horny women who go up in there and they see a guy they're attracted to, and he's showing them attention, and they take that attention no matter where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like I say, when I was what, 15, 16, 16. You know, I had an inappropriate relationship with a teacher. And
See that? See. I was just talking about that yesterday. See?
Yeah, I had an inappropriate relationship with a teacher, and she was cool with the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, let me see, how can I explain this without sounding, because I don't want to sound like an asshole and shit. But like, I know certain shit, right? But I can tell that she was lacking it at home. Somebody was hidden it. I can tell. So because whatever, I ain't gonna tell you how I know. But I knew. So then, because I don't be one, you know what I'm saying? You say too much and then people get on, they put their guards up and shit. So like, I knew motherfucker wasn't hitting it. So I was a horny fucking teenager. I'm flirting with her and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And she never stopped me from flirting with her. She used to always be like, oh, Kevin, oh, cut it out, dog. But she would giggle about it, you know. She never like forcefully said, like, you know, come on, chill. Nothing like that. So, you know, that shit went on for like a year, pretty much. Damn near the whole year, just us flirting around and doing weird shit. And I went in her class. She told me she wanted to see me because I had this, you know, I was a little creepy nigga. So I had this photo album of all these little bitches and shit, naked bitches and shit. So she saw it and she took it from me. So I'm like, damn, I fucked up, man. She finna fucking get to the principal. I'm finna be suspended, expelled, whatever. She told me to come and get it during mid-block.
Oh.
So, yeah. And she wanted to talk to me. So I went up in there and she was like, why'd you have this? Who are these girls? Do these girls go to school? I'm like, no, this is from New York and shit. When I live in New York. And she was like, why'd you have this in school? You can't have this. This is not cool. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't disrespect women like this and have pictures and stuff. So whatever, right? She told me all this shit. She said, I'm gonna give it back to you, but don't show this to nobody. And you know, woo. So I'm sitting down. She was standing up. She sits on her desk, right? While I'm sitting down. So, you know, my face is, you know, right there at the pussy level, right there, her belly button area. So she's steady talking to me, you know, woo. And man, you know, I'm a young horny nigga. I ain't give a fuck. So I shot my shot. I put both my hands on her fucking thighs. I scooted up, kissed her on her belly. She said, Kevin, what are you doing? She said, what are you doing? Come on, what are you doing? She didn't stop me though. Yeah. Yep. I ate that grown pussy. I ate that part right there in the classroom. And then hating ass bitch ass nigga Mario saw me coming out her class and started spreading rumors and shit.
Oh my gosh. Now, as a young man, you're like, man, Mario, but you know what? Did your pops know about that?
Who, my pops?
Yeah.
No. He never found out about it.
What do you think he'd have did if he'd have found out?
He would have been mad because my pops would have been mad because that's one thing about my pops was real cool and shit, like, but he wasn't about like no old bitches fucking with me and shit, like, because that happened before when I was younger. I told you, like, you know, when them old bitches, them fucking whores molested me and shit. So my pops and moms and my uncles had to deal with that bitch. So he didn't play that shit. Because there was another chick when I was about maybe, I want to say 15, 16, same age. It was a chick in our neighborhood. One of my homeboys' friend, mom. She was like a fucking stallion, bro. This white chick looked like Ice-T wife Coco. You know what I'm saying? Wow. She used to wear these Daisy Duke shorts with her ass hanging out the bottom of them. God damn, bro. So my pop saw me creeping around her. And he snapped on me and shit, you know what I'm saying? He's like, the fuck is you doing, man? I was like, what you mean? He's like, stay away from that bitch. That bitch is trouble. Stay away from that bitch. She's trouble. Walking around all these teenage boys dressed like that. That bitch know what she's doing. You stay away from her ass. She been accused you of doing some shit to her. I'm like, yeah, you know. But other than that, if it was somebody my age and shit, Pops didn't give a fuck. But you know, he ain't like me fucking with no older bitches though.
He knew what comes with that. That's what I was talking about yesterday, man. You know, I was telling people these women are just not getting caught. They're telling on themselves through social media and they're sending texts. Yo, yesterday I read the story where one of those chicks had an ongoing relationship with the kids and then showed her to his house and bent over and said, eat her booty at the crib. Yeah, I read the whole article just yesterday. I was like, what is going on in here? But you know what? That's been going on forever. That's been going on forever. And now they just now getting caught. I said it was like police brutality. It's been going on forever. It's just now getting documented properly.
Right.
And people still don't believe it. And what I've noticed is it's these women, man. It's these women. And why I'm pointing that out is they're doing it to somebody, right? Like they say, oh, men are dogs, but they're doing it to somebody. Not all the women that these men are with. I've been in a situation where I've dealt with more than one chick and they all knew each other. A lot of men have gone through that. All right, just like these men, there's always been a neighborhood trick. She done slammed everybody within a 5-block radius.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, you don't gotta disrespect her or call out her name. And she's like, oh yeah, that's so and so. You know, she sucked my dick the other day, or she fucked with me the other day. You know, I was bored. She was walking up the block. Yo, come upstairs real quick. Boom, boom, boom. It's over with. But in order for us to be these dogs, we got to have a dance partner. That's all I'm saying. And these chicks are dance partners. And the math is 8-1. Women outnumber us. There's just more dance partners. And to bring the conversation full circle, these females in the field of corrections, this is further proof. A, they're horny just like every other man. B, they're reckless with their box, just like a reckless dude. C, they don't care about their careers. And D, when I said that these women are choosing these pookies, a lot of these chicks, they ain't marrying these dudes. And the birth rate is all lopsided. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is this statistic further proves my point. I never did a show on this. But this, I just Googled it, and all of these stories came up. All of these stories came up. They just had I just saw an article with this woman. What did she do? She there's video. Somebody videoed it. She was getting felt up by the inmates. She was terminated, and the news went to her mama house to try and talk to her. She's like, "Oh no, I'm the mother, but she's not here." It was just on the news. But this is ongoing behavior, and I don't think they're gonna ever fix it.
They're not going to, because of the laws of nature, bro. It's like this. In the laws of nature, like look at who's having kids now. What men are having kids? The goofy niggas you talking about, right?
Yeah.
Wild niggas that's locked up, got a bunch of kids. All these women keep having babies by them, and then you got men of power, men of means. They having kids, right? The other guys, the average Joe, is not really having a lot of kids, right? But there's always been like that throughout ancient times. The only difference is everything's misplaced, because the guys that's in prison now in ancient times would have been underneath the power of those wealthy men, and they would have been warriors. Warriors always got multiple women, always had pussy, always reproduced for the next generation. Kings, lords, landlords, and shit like that, they had children. The common man, who was just an average Joe, he wasn't really, he was asked out. And it's the same thing. The only difference is now is those men today don't have a war to fight. Or at least they're not fighting the right one. You see what I'm saying? So they sitting around, going to prison, getting in trouble, because they're, what's the right word for it? They're out of place.
Yeah.
They're out of place. You know what I'm saying? They don't have an assignment. You know what I'm saying? But they still attractive to women. They're aggressive men. They're full of testosterone. They're appealing to the woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, in fucking 100, 200 years ago, them niggas would have been stomping motherfucking some straight motherfucking warriors, going into villages, snatching bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Those would be the animals. Those would be the dudes doing the dirty work. You see, those are the men. Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Those dudes were the dudes that be running up in the village trying to pillage the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the men defending from them, same thing. Because all of those men had women at home. And the dudes that were not built like warriors, you know, the Spartan, the handicapped nigga that couldn't hold up the shield properly.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucker that helps the goddamn dude slick in through the back door because he's hating. Because he don't get no ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And your fucking village fucking around and get ran through. Your wife and daughters getting taken. Motherfucker taking that's where the term booty come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're taking all the booty. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're taking that shit, and your women gonna be a part of this new clan. You know, they're gonna be, you know, wives and fucking sex slaves and shit to these other motherfucking warriors. That's just how it go. You know what I mean? It's always been that way.
But as men, we've domesticated a lot of society, which is why we don't live like that anymore. So you would think that these men that are in positions of power, leading with their brains and not brawn, you would think that you know, they're at the top of the food chain financially and economically, but somehow women still crave that animal that's locked up in the goddamn correctional facility.
And they always have.
And they always have. That's why I say there's no fixing this.
Yeah, it's never gonna change. Even when fucking kings and shit had multiple wives and shit. You know what I'm saying? A king might have 9 wives and shit. You don't think that bitch was creeping off fucking her security guard, her fucking servant and shit? Of course she was. Of course she was.
Absolutely, he was. I just made the point that Aisha Curry's married to the king of all light skinned niggas, Steph Curry. And I mean, the dude could he first of all, he looks small on TV, but Steph is like 6'4", so he's tall. He got a jump shot. He's a perennial all-star. He might end up in the Hall of Fame. You know, he got some championships, and his wife still requires attention from strangers on social media. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So of course you got females that got careers and corrections that are dating down on these dudes. They ain't got anything. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, control is a motherfucker. But when you have a chick in a position of power, all right, she can't control anything in her personal life. And when she comes to work, she has power over these big, strong men. That makes her feel a certain way. She likes coming to work now. You know, it's just like when you're up against that, what do you do as a man? You know, that's why when I got older, I noticed the less fucks I gave, the more compliance I generated.
Absolutely.
And it's like it turned from me just acting a certain way to no, that's just like that's how I really am, like in real life. I really don't care. I've been in situations prior to me getting married, you know, and women, yo, what the fuck? You really don't care? I'm like, no, I really don't. I don't care about what. Yeah, you know, I might go to hell for it, but I told the chick, I really don't care about what happens to you. I really don't care. You up here crying over my. Get off my phone. I think I was playing like Super Nintendo or something, NBA Live or something. You're disturbing me, bitch. Get off my phone. Get off my phone. I don't want to hear nothing about, because she in the street loud as fuck, but then she want to be a different person over the phone. I'm like, get off my phone. I'm playing a video game. Get out of here. I'm doing something that doesn't involve you. Get out my face.
Right.
Tough lady. Fuck out of here, man. My wife got the ring for a reason, because she didn't identify to any of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and no
indeed.
fucking arguments. I can count on one hand how many real arguments we had. And it never involved us cursing each other out and throwing shit. I don't identify with none of that dysfunctional shit that most niggas deal with.
Right.
I don't like that, you know. I take a deep breath and say you're bad.
The funny part is, no, go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, I'll just take a deep breath and I say, well, look, babe, I might have to put bass in my voice, but that's about it. It's never gotten to the point where, you know, the shit that I've seen You saw that brother that got killed by his wife on Facebook? So
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Man, that was an evil bitch, man.
Yeah.
And she deserved it. I hope she gets shot. Yeah, I said it.
He should have been with her. That wasn't her first time spazzing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
When a woman spaz out, you gotta get rid of them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Just stop fucking with them. Like, some people like that toxic shit. They think it's cute. They like to argue and fight with each other and make up to break up type of shit. Nah, I can't do it.
Can't do that shit, man.
Yeah. As soon as I see a motherfucker, lose their mind, like, bro, I had this one chick tell me, she was mad about some shit, right? Or whatever, she's mad about some shit. I can't go into on here, but I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you texting me this shit? Like, who the fuck are you talking to like this with all this bass in your voice? Like, she really snapping and shit, like, oh, motherfucker, this and that, whatever. So I said, look, I don't know what you're going through today, what didn't piss you off, but you know what I'm saying? Don't call me trying to apologize later. Just go about your life, mind your fucking business, you know what I'm saying? So sure enough, the next day, the bitch texts me. First of all, I just want to apologize to you. I know you're mad at me, but I was mad. It had nothing to do with you. I was mad about something else, and I kind of took it out on you because you wasn't answering your phone. Woo, woo. I accept your apology. I'm not fucking with you, though. You know what I'm saying? So go in peace, bitch. I'm not fucking with you. She mad as fuck, right? Another bitch did the same goofy shit. And I like this little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I thought me and her was going to get some bread. You know what I'm saying? Thought we was going to make some money together. And she didn't last a week, bro. She didn't last a fucking week. You know what I'm saying? She just tried this goofy shit. Like, I took this bitch to a restaurant. We got there eating this shit. She get into it with somebody at the restaurant. Some girl, she thinks some girl looking at her. So right, some girl staring at her. So I said, well, look, even if she is staring at you, like, fuck that shit. You here with me. Focus on me and stop focusing on this goofy bitch. So she talking about, no, I just can't stand when these bitches be mugging me. She mugging me because I'm in here with you and you're an older guy. So she probably think I'm a hoe. I'm like, baby, you are a hoe. The fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you mad about? Like, what the fuck are you mad about? Like, that's who you are. Like, so fucking what? You know what I'm saying? So who gives a fuck? She arguing with the bitch. You gotta stop looking at me, woo woo, and all this shit. So I told her, look, come on, we finna go. You know what I'm saying? Paid the check, getting the fuck up out of here. And I'll tell them, I'm finna drop you off. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to act like that fucking with me. Cause I go places and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have some fucking, you need to take your ass to charm school or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up out of here. So she was real apologetic and all that kind of stuff. But once you show me signs that you can't be trusted in public, you liable to act a fucking fool or something, I'm not fucking with you. I got too much shit going on. I ain't got time for that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? If I fuck with you, I'm fucking with you to get some money. I'm gonna show you how to make some money. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time, but we ain't gonna be fuck that. All that arguing and shit, bitch. I don't argue with my wife. What am I arguing with you for?
That's cold-blooded. He said, yeah, you are a hoe.
No, she is though. Like what the fuck is you mad about? You're a fucking prostitute. So what the fuck are you mad about?
She mad.
You insecure about what the fuck you do.
And that further proof that women care more about what other women think.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I Jesus Christ. I just stopped giving a shit. I'm gonna do a show about that. What age did I really stop giving a shit? And then I got more compliance when I have women telling me, "Oh my God, you so arrogant. You think you all that."
Right.
2 days later, why you ain't call me? What? I thought what? Get off my phone. Man, I remember when caller ID was invented. That was like the greatest invention ever. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, man.
Yeah. I probably in my 30s, man, my mid 30s or early 30s when that's when I really figured it out. I always had the game, but when I really put it to work was in my early 30s and shit, and that's when I stopped having so many problems with goofy bitches because I started cutting them off. I had like a real short fuse like for these bitches. So like, fuck it, I'm cutting you off. It ain't gonna mean nothing to me. I'm not finna do all that shit. But you know, a lot of these chicks are used to dealing with guys in like toxic relationships where they spaz out and they, you know, fighting each other and shit, and he go to jail and he come back and they have makeup sex. I'm like, bitch, please, I'm not doing all that shit. I'm not doing that
played
shit.
out, man. That's
Let me fuck that.
I don't do makeup sex. No, I'm the wrong dude for that. And salute to grown folk talking that Cash App with that $10, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Salute to you, man. Yeah, no doubt, man. That's that makeup stuff. I ain't doing that.
Makeup sex is cool with your wife. If you fucking, you know, if y'all get into it about some dumb shit, you know how women, sometimes your wife want attention. Well, my wife, sometimes she wants some attention, or she feel like she jealous of the Bucks game or some shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, if I'm showing too much attention to, like, you know, oh, you've been watching basketball all day, you've been watching boxing all day, or whatever, you know, some shit like that. She might want some attention. I'm like, babe, I gotta watch this game. I got money on this game. This is an important game. Well, I'm important too, you know. She go in the room, slam the door and shit. You know how that go. So she wants you to come in there and, you know, give her some special attention. So that's like, you know, wait till halftime, go in there, break her back, and she go to sleep. You go back to watching the game. You ain't miss nothing. You might miss 10 minutes of the game or something.
I told my wife, yo, I'm a headbutt your butt. You keep playing with me. I'm gonna headbutt your butt. She's like, you so stupid. You stupid. Yeah, get your ass in there.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass and take you naked. You're naked, man. There's nothing worse. You about to run up in it, and the baby ain't sleep. That is the absolute worst.
Man.
What are you doing up? What are you doing up? Why are you up? Backflipping at that, making noise. You hearing shit fall. You're like, what are you doing up? It's Friday. It is Friday. I don't care. You have it's Friday. Just hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you some siblings. Well, I can't do that now. I'm shooting blanks.
Yeah, my youngest daughter do that. My youngest daughter, she do that shit. She be it's like she sense when me and my wife get too close, we getting frisky. Here come my youngest daughter. She want to sit in between us. Like, get out of here. Go upstairs and play somewhere.
Damn, man. That shit be crazy, man. Be like, yo, why are you here? You know, I mean, yo, I ain't making nothing now, man. You know, I done got fixed. Yo, why do they call it getting fixed when after the surgery's done, it don't work like that no more?
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's powdered milk. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna have me another son, but I said fuck it, bro. I'm too old now. As far as like, I'm not too old to have a son, but I don't have the energy to. I don't have the energy, man. You know what I'm saying? To do what's required. I'm just gonna put all my energy into the kids I got, man. You know, I would love to have. I wish I was blessed with more sons, man. But you know, I got one son and some daughters, so that's what the universe felt like I need to have. So I just gotta make sure my daughters don't end up being on Drew Titan's screen and shit.
Yo,
that's my only mission and shit. Make sure my daughters is right. Ain't no reason for them not to be. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, my shorty's 16 and he's 6 feet tall. What the hell?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm like, bro, you palming a basketball? What happened? I 16, I wasn't that tall at 16. I don't know what's going on with him. These kids are fucking, I don't know what's happening. One of his friends look like George Foreman. The old George Foreman. They're like 6'5" and he's 16.
Right.
And all of these cats is nerds. And I'm like, all right, man, look, as long as y'all ain't in the street fucking around, man. Shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. My oldest daughter, she's scared the shit out of me. She's a teenager, man. She in high school. She beautiful. And you just see her growing up, you know what I'm saying, before your eyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you just like damn, man, you see she look different, you know what I'm saying? She acting different as far as like, you know, she ain't your little baby no more. Like, you know, the little jokes and playing and stuff, you know, she a teenager now, you know, so is she too cool for this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But my son, my son 26, and he got his own family, so I got a grandson. You know what I'm saying? So I put a lot of energy into him, and he be with me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I done taught him already. He a grandmaster in the art of sandwiches already. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he get here, first thing he do when he get here, he my son drop him off and come in the house, and if I'm upstairs or something, he'll go in the refrigerator. He's 3 years old now, so he go in the refrigerator. He'll get the bologna, he'll get the bread, and walk upstairs, and come in my man cave and be like, "Hey, Papa," you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, okay." Fruit snacks and bologna sandwiches. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the snack of champions. You know what I do? I go to my shorty's school, right? When the weather get nice, and I just stand there, and I make them see all my pupils, and I just breathe heavy.
Right.
Like I'm always panting. And I scared the shit out of school safety and some teachers. Those 2 teachers that knew who I was, though. And they came up, they said, "Hey, man, you all right?" I'm like, "You all right?" And they had their radios in their hand. I was like, "Yo, we might have to call backup." And they was like, "Hey, Mr. Reed, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey." "Oh, yeah, my child, go here. I'm waiting for her to come out." But I didn't do that for them. I did it so everyone else could see me.
Right.
Yo, that's A's dad. That nigga's nuts. Yeah. That nigga's nuts. The better the weather, I'll be out there. I did 104 push-ups before I even walked to the damn yard. I'm just standing there. Just standing there, just looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? I got some shit in this hand. I'm knocking eyeballs out the back of your skull. Please don't play with me.
Right.
Please don't play with me. Night Train said he got 14 grandchildren. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, you got it in. Got it in. Yeah, but my daughters, though, I talk to my daughters all the time about, especially my older daughter. I talk to her a lot. You know, my wife she wanna be the one. Like, no, she crazy. I know all the game, so I school my daughter. I give her quizzes. You know what I'm saying? I be, you know, so I give her quizzes. You know, I say, look, dude might say this to you. Whoa, what's your response? You know what I'm saying? And I just keep hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Because she by the time she start dating, she gonna be in a herd. Every lie, every scam it is out there. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be in a herd. So at that point, it's gonna be up to her to make the right choices. She gonna do some fucking up. Everybody gonna do some fucking up. But you gotta make sure, you gotta hope that enough of what you instill in them rub off on them and keep them out of trouble, out of the big trouble.
Damn right. School them, man. Take them out. You know, my shorty's at that age, and, you know, I done took the gloves off because you can't hide them. The internet, cell phones, their classmates.
Right. Yeah,
they're
know.
Not babies.
Absolutely. They know more than we did at that time. They got more access to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So can't make assumptions like they don't know. Don't ever assume your fucking daughter don't know what a dick is and shit. That's the ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I think it's about time. My son 14, about time I started talking to him about sex. Shit, in this era, you better start talking to him about that shit. He's about 9, 10 years old in this era.
Yep.
These little motherfuckers out here doing some fucking nowadays. Weirdo shit too.
Man, you should hear these kids and then get on my bus. I'll be wanting to drive that fuck up to 40 and just jump out the bus and tuck and roll. I'm like, yo, just kill the whole bus. Just give it a reset the game. Because this is crazy. When I hear on that bus, it's like, oh my gosh, man. I would at least wait until I got from in front of adults with my friends to start talking like this. They talking like this in front of other grown folk.
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong with you? Well, you know, I love to meet their parents. Their parents is twerking, and their parents is, if they even know who their father is, man, you know the drill. Shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, parents is wilding, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this shit's scary, bro, because, like, you know, but me, like, I calm down a lot and shit, man. You know, I fuck with a lot of different little bitches, whatever. But, you know, I fuck with a lot of young bitches. But I calm down with that shit, bro, because, like, first of all, you can't really have no good conversations with them. They're only good for like, OnlyFans work and shit like that. But like, I calmed down because like these bitches, bro, like it's getting to the point now where I can't go nowhere with their asses because I know they daddies and shit. Like their fathers are like my age. I knew that nigga from the east side type shit. Like, hell no, this shit creepy now, bitch. I can't fuck with you. I know that nigga. I know your daddy. Nah, bitch, you too young. Nah, but he know who he never did shit for me. He wasn't never there for me and all this shit. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I can't be going nowhere with them hoes. Cause one bitch pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? She talking about her little lying ass, talking about she from Memphis and shit, right? And she just moved to Milwaukee like 2 years ago and stayed with her grandma and shit, right? So me and this bitch running around the city kicking it, running to her motherfucking daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, bro. That didn't end well, not for him. Because I respect it. I said, hey. And he was like, hey, what the fuck you doing? I said, who's this nigga? She was like, that's my dad. I said, what the fuck? So he was like, hey man, how you doing, man? Hey man, you seeing my daughter? I said, yeah, man, we seeing each other. Whoa, nice to meet you. He was like, how old are you, man? So I tell him this shit. He's like, oh hell no, man. Hell no, man. Nah, man. She ain't number 20, man. I said, man, she grown. You know what I mean? I said, bro, with all due respect, she's a grown woman. She make her own decisions. So he talking to her. I step back, get him some privacy, and dude get to talking some dumb shit that he shouldn't have been talking. He whole ass niggas and this whole ass nigga this and whole ass nigga that and bitch niggas and all that old shit. Yeah, I had to go ahead and embarrass him in front of his daughter. But I stopped fucking with her though at that point because I'm like, look, you ain't do nothing wrong, but I just don't feel comfortable fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Me and your daddy got beef type shit, bitch. Nah. I ain't got time for that shit.
Man, that shit is dangerous, man.
Super dangerous, bro. I told you that story about what happened back in the day. This was like in the mid 2000s. I'm gonna say maybe 2004. My cousin CJ used to have this little gambling house. We were gambling and shit, and motherfucker come through there, pay a fee, and a house fee and gamble. But we used to have a little entertainment over there. We had some bitches over there and shit. So some of the little chicks be strippers, and some of them be just chicks from the hood around the way who want to come over there and hang out, and then they want to hang around a bunch of dudes, and bitches always get freaky. You know how that works. So they end up getting freaky, doing some wild shit. So it was this chick. When I got there, it was this chick in there serving everybody. She in the room sucking everybody dicks and shit, and niggas taking turns.
Yeah, I remember this story. Oh my God.
So one of our other homeboys, he showed up. He showed up like an hour later or a little while later after I got there, and like, yeah, niggas like, yeah, man, go in there and get sucked up, man. It's a little bitch up in there serving niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga went up in there, bro. It was his daughter, bro.
Oh my God, that is all bad.
Yeah, he was mad. He knew, like he didn't raise her, but he knew that's his daughter.
Yeah.
And that's when being a deadbeat come back to bite you in the motherfucking ass. Bro.
Yep.
That shit come back to bite you in the ass. Cause that shit right there, that would have made me kill everybody in the house. I think I would have killed everybody in the house, but I don't think I could live after that moment. Like, the fuck? Hell no.
You know what was creepy? You heard that story, Pinky? The porn chick?
Yeah, I remember her.
Whoa. I said, what? She told that like there was nothing wrong. She said her pops was locked up, and she used to send her pops her DVDs. But according to her, he just would like
skip past her scenes,
skip past her shit, and go with the other chick. And I'm like, yo, nah. He got the box, and she's on the box.
Yeah.
I can't, bro. That
her daddy's a creep, stone cold creep.
Yup.
She's a creep and her daddy a creep. You know what I'm saying? She turned on by that shit. So it's just nasty motherfuckers out here like that, man. But yeah,
you seen her recently?
Yeah, I know she got big in the motherfucker now.
Yeah. Cats is front. They talking about, oh my God, I wouldn't. I'm like, yes, you would. Stop
Yeah,
lying.
niggas just still fuck Pinky. I'll fuck Pinky just to say I fuck Pinky and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Pinky got big old stupid booty she got. I'll kick it like with Pinky like a motherfucker. I done fucked a lot worse than Pinky. Trust me. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, everybody done slipped up and fucked a gorilla.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. And that, listen, and y'all brothers, don't even lie. Y'all ain't been with dimes all your life. Stop it. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Y'all, some of y'all done slipped up a few times. Matter of fact, it wasn't even a slip up. It's just what y'all was doing.
Right.
Don't even lie. Don't
Right.
even lie.
Yep. It's a chick, bro. I'm gonna tell you a story about this chick named Tiffany, bro. This the funniest shit. I wish I could had a picture of her. I wish I had a picture of her, man. This shit is the funniest shit ever, dude. Because me telling the story is not gonna do it justice unless you know how she looked. But she was a short, super fat chick, right? But she had no shape. It wasn't like one of them fat girls who got big hips and big booty. She was like top heavy, like with that big ass lump on her back, like a hunchback type bitch.
Oh no!
Yeah, one of them type, right? And she had a big round face, right? And she had a little Jerry curl, like a little short curl. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And she lived downstairs from my cousin, right? The same house, the gambling house, right? She lived downstairs, her and her mama. She was lonely as fuck, bro. Like, bro, she never had no dick, right? Obviously didn't nobody like it. So, bro, she used to be like trying to get our attention, right? We come outside, we be all sitting on the front porch, smoking or whatever, drinking. She'll come outside and speak to us and shit, and then she'll bring her music box out there, play some music, so we just grooving the music. And then she be trying to like twerk with no ass at all, bro, none.
Oh,
She's huge with no ass, bro, just flat as fuck, right? And it was just so fucking. Oh man, every time I hear that song, Back That Ass Up, I get irritated because I think about her. Yeah, bro. She's like, yeah, you working with some man shit. Yeah. She's like, oh, girl, stop doing that shit. You ain't not saying.
Listen to this right here.
Bro. Yo, she used to do it was horrendous, bro. So one day, we was gambling and shit, and my cousin, I'm gonna say I don't give a fuck. He get mad at me if he want to, but my cousin, like we used to all get broke sometime. Like when you might be up one day, a couple days later you broke in the motherfucker. So we gamble pretty much every day. So my cousin was broke. He had got tapped out. He spent money that he wasn't supposed to spend. He went into his stash. He lost his main money. Then he went into his $300 stash and started gambling with that, trying to get back the other money, and he lost everything. So he heated. He pissed off. And the nigga like, man, let me hold 50, man. Let me hold 50. So I gave him 50, and the nigga tried to gamble with it. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna let you hold 50 to gamble against my own money. So he was like, man, dude, I need that fucking money, bro. I need that fucking money. I got to pay this motherfucking light bill and shit. I said, bro, what the fuck? So I said, man, fuck it. I'll give you $300 back if you fuck Tiffany. I was just bullshitting. That nigga was like, man, no, man. So then he was so against it, we all started pressuring him like, man, you got to fuck Tiffany, bro. Fuck Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 300. Man, that nigga went downstairs, and we was upstairs cracking up laughing. Like, you think he really doing it? He ain't really doing it. You know, that nigga came upstairs, saddest face I ever seen on a man, and that nigga was funky as hell, bro.
Oh.
That nigga came, smelled like he had been running through the sewer. And bro, oh my God, I can still smell it. It was gross. Bro, we all chipped in and get a nigga the 300. The next time we seen Tiffany, that bitch was happy as fuck. That bitch started getting her hair done. Bitch started losing weight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Still was ugly, but still. But yeah, he put some dick on her.
Niggas said, yo, I'm out. Niggas in the chat was like, yo, we're done. Everyone's dead. Oh my God. Oh. Said he smelled like he been running through the sewer.
Yeah, bro. It was the worst smell I ever smelled, man. One of them. It was horrendous, bro. It was like a mixture of like sour with fucking shit with fucking, I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was just disgusting, bro.
Said she had a hunchback.
Yeah, she had that big lump in her back.
Did she have like a bullfrog neck?
Kind of, yeah. She really didn't have no neck. You know what I'm saying? She really had no neck. She had that hump, and then she leaned over. You know, just I kind of felt sorry for her though, bro. She just was. It was fucked up. Her mama kept her in the house her whole goddamn life, pretty much. Wouldn't let her go nowhere. Just let her sit on the porch and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, because she knew. She said, "Yeah, she gonna be. She already looked like this. She gonna be the one's practice bitch."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Smashing her shit. And this is one of the ugliest women the world has ever seen. So when niggas talking about they want to fuck Pinky, like, bro, please. Niggas do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of weird shit for money, for all kind of shit, or just to get their dick sucked and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know 2 women I know personally that's along those lines. I ain't gonna say look worse than that, but I'm saying they're along those lines. And you want to talk about staircase? Yeah, man. I mean, there was DNA all in the staircase with their name on it.
Yeah.
Because they were running through, sucking up nuts like a vacuum. I mean, a straight Hoover. It was crazy. And they were getting it off, man. No, actually, Anthony Bolton, that chick that played Precious, the 2 women that I have in mind, Precious, I would go out on a date with Precious rather than the 2 women that I'm talking about. No, man.
Yeah, the chick I'm talking about, Tiffany, Tiffany was like way uglier than Precious, bro.
Now, if they had jobs in corrections, they would have access to all the dick that they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Horrible times. Well, I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get up and talk this boxing shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, salute to you, man. Thank you for sliding through. And
doubt.
Everybody in here, y'all already know where to find her.
Peace,
no
y'all.
Doubt, I holla.
All right, peace.
Yes. Wasn't that something? Don't you just love when these shows take on a life of its own? You know what I'm saying? We start out talking about something and then it just goes. See, but that's organic. That takes talent. You know what I'm saying? That's talent, man. Damn, that's a funny ass story. He said she had fat on the back of her neck, man. That's all good, man. That's all good. Yo, Shawnee, you should go subscribe to this Patreon. I'm telling you. Oh my God, man. Yeah, man. But I like organic shows like that. But yeah, Paul, versatility, man. That's all it's about. But to bring everything full circle, this thing with the females in the field of corrections, it's never gonna stop. It's been happening. I just wanted to point it out. And in order for a man to be a dog, he has to have a bitch to lay up with. Makes sense? What's a female dog? A bitch. So we're already back to square one. And I know that these COs don't represent, because a lot of women, I'd like to say most women got better sense than to deal with an inmate. I'd like to say that, man, but you never know. So salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. How we looking on the subs? Wow, man. We got 927. Yo, salute to everybody that support, man. Salute to everybody that support. Salute to my brother, that dude named Dave, Theo Coop, Mona D. Everybody, I saw some new names in the chat. If I missed you, just know that I love you, man. And I love this show because we could just come and just talk like that and just stretch out. You know what I'm saying? We'll start off on a subject and we'll just drift off into something else. We talking about females in the the employment of the field of corrections, and we start talking about Pinky. You know what I'm saying? There's no telling what we'll discuss here, but the bottom line is we'll have fun. So y'all know where to find me tomorrow morning. Friday we'll be back here, man. Salute to everybody, man. And yeah, man, I will catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.